How's it going, everybody? Robin here. Welcome to my channel, Oracle Rising. So I want to talk about the new moon solar eclipse that's coming in on December 14th. And this is going to be a really interesting time for you guys. And of course, it's going to bring with it its own special kind of energy. So this is going to be where the new moon is when it is not reflecting anything off of the sun. Right? So in this particular instance, the moon will pass between the earth and the sun. So I'm not really sure what it's going to look like. So it should be really, because there is that sort of magnetic pull of the planets and everything going on. So I looked up some sort of side effects, maybe spiritual, maybe other, that could be coming down for you guys with this new moon solar eclipse coming into effect. And again, the date was December 14th. That's in my region, but do feel free to check out when this will happening for you. There's a lunar phase calendar available. I just pulled one off of the internet and I saved it to my favorites, and I just looked up and saw angel number 111. So that is a particularly good angel number, so you might want to check that out after the video. So I did write down 5 effects of this new moon solar eclipse, and I did bring a tarot deck with me just to see if we can define out these points a little bit more. So the first one is really interesting, and something to be very mindful of is that it is not going to be a great time to start something new. So it's really important to know when you have the full support of the universe and when it's time to pause, when it's time to move forward, when it's time to take a break. So you're being urged to just wait for divine and perfect timing. Okay, so let's have a card for that one. I think that's a really interesting point. So I have the Page of Cups here. You guys could be feeling a little bit too emotional. With the Page of Cups, there's something coming in and it could be very deeply emotional for you. You could be getting messages that will throw you off, that will just sort of block your mental processes or just be a block to your energy. So I think this is a pretty good fair warning and heads up. You might have to deal with something else in its entirety and then start a project, so do as best as you can. Sometimes you can't help but start something new, especially if it's a job. You can't really put a prospective employer off indefinitely just so you can deal with something emotional on the side, but maybe try and negotiate that, guys. Even if you've been unemployed for a while, just say, most people are pretty understanding when it comes to that, or, offer to start part-time or something like that, but be careful. And the second point, it actually says be careful when signing documents. So this could really lead into, when I was talking about maybe starting a new job, or maybe you're purchasing a new house or buying a new car, be very careful when you're signing documents. Something my dad always hammered into me was like, make sure you read everything. I had this card pop out, so I'm going to keep it. Make sure you read everything before you sign. So don't let people push you. Don't let people push you. You need something reviewed. You want to get somebody's opinion. You're totally within your rights to do that. And if somebody's in a huge hurry to get you to sign something on the spot, I always feel like that's a little bit suspicious and not cool. So you do have the Magician card here for you guys. So if you're trying to make something happen, you might want a third-party review, and the Magician is here to help you create your own reality. So, when it comes to signing a document that's going to lock you into something, this could be somebody messing with your magic. So I think that's really also very fascinating too, because you don't want to get locked into something and then decide or figure out that, well, you got really, like, there's a balloon payment rolled in there or a bunch of clauses that you didn't necessarily understand. Read everything, the fine print, get that lawyer to review it, or somebody in your family that has a better understanding of the subject than you might. So I think that's very high cautionary first 2 points, but the third one is that you're going to be very highly optimistic. So that can really stand in the way when you're being urged by the universe to take caution, because your optimism is like, oh, everything's going great, and I feel so confident about this, what could go wrong? So let's have a card for what could happen as a result of being highly optimistic. Okay, so there could be that a lot of people are not on your side right now, and you have to defend yourself. So like what I'm getting for you guys is just to be very careful about who you tell what to. Because you could end up with this Seven of Wands and sort of pushing people back. This is going to be probably a very confusing time for you guys, where it looks like you're going to really want to move forward and not notice the caution flags, and people do this because they want things to start so badly, start that new job, get that new car, start a new romance, that you're not paying attention to the signs. And people could be coming in and giving you that advice, right? And saying, well, have you done this? Have you done your due diligence? Oh, everything's going to be fine. I have a really good feeling about it. So, it's great to have that good feeling, that gut feeling, but you still have to do your research sometimes, and you can Google anything and anybody. So the next point for under this new moon is that you will feel bold and adventurous. So it's going to be a real battle between yourselves, probably for a couple days, where you have to really restrain yourself and use caution and use your brain, because you do have the Magician. This is going to be a very powerful portal for you guys, but if you're moving too quickly, you might really stuff it up. So you have the Emperor card. So this is really just taking things deliberately, building a foundation for the future. The Emperor, this is an Emperor year too. So you could just really want the year to end. I mean, 2020 has been, holy smokes, right? So, take the calm, steady energy of the Emperor. You're going to have to really balance yourself out here. You might have to take advice where you don't want it. You might have to slow down where you don't want it. You might have to pass up an offer when you really want to take it because it's not right for you, but you're feeling so energized after a period of things not being, the way that you wanted them to be. And your awareness, this is the fifth point I have for you guys, your awareness could be subject to dullness. So this is a very complicated energy. And, if you're having a bad day, and that you should not do things that are really intensely, where you need a sharp mind. If you wake up when you have a headache and you still have to work, or you're not feeling that great, but you want to work out, so you dial things down. You do things that are sort of necessary. You do the bare minimum is what I'm trying to say here. So this is where you guys just sort of want to do the bare minimum until things change a little bit. I would wait probably for the new moon to pass, and then really, really pay attention to everything still. And you might want to take that support, even though you're probably going to fight it off here with the Seven of Wands. So just be careful. And let's pull a card here for this. Awareness can be subject to dullness. And you need to be really self-aware and be really honest with yourself. Like, I don't think I should tackle that today. When you read a book and you've read like 14 pages and you don't remember a thing that just happened. So you have the High Priest, and the High Priest is somebody that is very alert and keen and probably incredibly business savvy. Holds keys to your future. There's two keys on the card here. This is somebody that is very incredibly balanced. You can look at the two pillars in the background where they are, equally spaced, and the shading is completely equal. So you got to wait for this energy to come back in, or somebody to come in and help you out. It looks like you can't do this on your own right now. Because your judgment, I don't know if it can be trusted right now. Don't let your enthusiasm overtake your, what you need, your complete sharp, laser focus ability to understand a situation. This is a perfect time for somebody opportunistic to come in and take advantage of your gung-ho energy. And you got to really watch out for scammers and stuff like that, you guys. Like, this is going to be a very probably confusing couple days, like I said, for you. So let it pass. Wait till you're at your pinnacle. Call in support where you need it with the high priest and the emperor, and really make sure you understand what you're getting yourself into, especially if you have to sign a document. And if people can't wait a couple days for you to feel comfortable to sign on the dotted line, it's not the right opportunity for you. Very, very interesting period of time. So again, that's December 14th, depending on your region. All right, guys. So good luck with all of that, and take care of yourselves. Bye for now. Bye.